And this is where we have all the domain knowledge and the people which are somehow closely interacting with the logistic people, with sales, etc. And here we, so if we have all software development in India, we have UX, UI architecture and designers sitting here in Europe. We have cloud solution architecture sitting in Europe. We have data science and data engineers also sitting here. And with that, we are somehow, and obviously the digital advisory we also have here. So they form the product, they form whatever else we want to actually achieve with it, and then they cooperate with the development teams in India to develop the products we're looking for.
Okay, and in relation to employees' digital capacity, does the company know the digital capabilities of its employees?
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, it's as we are already like a very product driven company. We have a lot of engineers in our company. But what we're doing now, we enrich their know-how with, let's say, digital natives and software development, and to make that the new standard of the company, right? So obviously building up a team which can somehow coexist with the engineers we already have, and then developing solutions which are, let's say, more digital or more software driven than now, is somehow the transformation part we have as a company to have something different in a couple of years, right? Because also, yes, I'm the CDO, but target would actually be that you don't need a CDO anymore, right? That what we're doing now, this transformation has also an end date. That we want to transform, but then hopefully we transformed, and then just doing it the way we're trying to focus into what we're doing now would be just set a new standard, like any other things, right? I remember I actually come from the automotive industry, and when I went to university, it was very normal that you did drawings, 2D drawings of parts in the car, and then you moved all of this into CAD, into CAD, like a computer-based edited design, and then you moved into 3D, and that was also a transition, right? Moving away from 2D into 3D into all computer-aided design, and that same is it now, right? It's just like it's a little bit more connected than it used to be, but it has the same complexity, I would say. And when it's implemented, then we call it different, and we start the next wave of transformation, right?
And do you promote? Yes. And do you promote digital skills by offering training in your company?
Oh yes, and that's what I said. So we are product focused, but then let's say all digital advisory, they all come together and form the community of practice for digital advisory. And this is actually, it is on one side, a team defining what's next in digital advisory, what do we need to focus on, what's the tools, etc. But on the other, it gives an open stage to everyone else who's interested in that knowledge, in that domain. So they also sharing information, what they did, what they're coming from, and how they were looking into solutions we're creating. And that's the part where they don't only grow as a team, but we also try to grow the whole company by getting them involved and making this together.
And are these trainings completely virtual, or do you have mixed face-to-face meetings, virtual?
Yeah. No, as we are new, everything is virtual. And everything we planned in physical, in real life, got cancelled this year. So, for example, we planned a hack week in Bangalore for a week, where we all come together and actually mix and match, let's say the software people with the Siemens Gamesa folks who have been there before, to see is there anything else when we think out of the box, right? We think completely away from what we do every day. What else could we do? These things got planned, but got cancelled, and we can also see such topics are sometimes a bit complicated to do it on a virtual setup. That's a shame. That's very unfortunate. But we trying to keep the spirit up on this side. And I think we have, for example, we do digital pub meetings every 2 weeks, where we also roll out a lot of solutions we created to everyone. And then here in Hamburg, unfortunately only in Hamburg, we do walk and talks, where we also share the information across certain people. But let's say meeting in person is very limited in our company. 20.
Have you increased the training during the pandemic?
Yes, but I think for the reason as we are also onboarding a lot of people, right? So there was a heavy demand also to get all of the new joiners into a good understanding of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how does it all come together. So yes, there's a lot of training in our setup, and vice versa. We push a lot of training into the setup which was there before in order to support the transformation. And there's also a lot of communication going on, right? I think if you look at the journey, I would say, let's say 80% is change management, right? Which also comes with training, but also with communication. So, talking about the new stuff and showing the difference, showing what is the impact of it. It's quite important in what we're doing every day.
Okay, and in relation to customer management, do you have specific tools to manage and store customer data, CRM, or a specific tool?
External customer data, we're utilizing actually Salesforce quite a lot as the major, let's say, aggregator for all customer-centric information.
And is this information actionable by all business lines within the company?
We're getting there, not fully, but we're writing a lot of APIs at the moment to get connected to Salesforce, to utilize, let's say, the core customer information in all of the other applications as well. Yes.
And do you gather customer experience? Do you use surveys in order to measure the satisfaction?
Yeah, in general, the company does a lot of surveys, also let's say a lot of key customer feedback sessions with the customers we're having, but also with new applications we're developing as of now. There's features like analytics in it to see also what's the let's say the acceptance criteria, how much is it used? Is it used the way we thought about it? Do we need to update the applications, etc.? So this will come with the next wave of applications we're developing.
Okay, and is that data collect to analyze and understand the behavior and used to a specific purpose or a new process?
Yeah, for example, if you look at, like, say, the description of Google Analytics, for example, for web pages or for applications, it's very similar. You anonymize all of the data you get, but you can see is it actually used the right way, right? Or is it, for example, if we roll out an application to our global teams, we could actually see if Latin America is not using it, and then we can actually see, okay, why are they not using it? So we can actually focus training. We can focus also the communication efforts into Latin America to let them understand that there's a new opportunity, right? So and I think that's also moving into transformation, moving away from the old-fashioned, hey, let's develop a small tool and let's use it, into something much more professional. Because in the end, we want to create industry-grade software applications for our business, right? Which need to be developed with our customers, tested with the customers, accepted with the customers, and then rolled out and being optimized over time. Which is not so used in the company before we came. For example, if you have the usual headquarter, and then you have all of these different, let's say, hubs we have globally, for them it was very new that all of a sudden the hub can define how the software should look like, which was never the case before, because before it was always developed central and then just rolled out. So for them, this is also, again, transformation part. They see now, oh, that is very different than it was used to be before.
Okay. We are running out of time. We don't know if you have time for the last questions or...
Yeah, I have 5 more minutes.
Yeah? Okay. Thank you. We will use use them if you want. Okay, regarding service development, do you